Meghan Markle, you do sometimes think, of course, that literally your word is the final word. There's no two ways about it. We saw it, did we not, when she decided to complain to the head of ITV, the commercial channel over here in the very heart of the United Kingdom. That resulted, of course, in none other than that breakfast TV host being removed from his position, seemingly because he didn't adhere to whatever questioning, of course, or line of story that Meghan decided to portray. Now, what's interesting over here, once again, a story has evolved regarding Meghan and just apparently how powerful she was, could be, or thinks she is. But now, seemingly, all that's exploded. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you, and of course it's a good evening. We are in the very centre of London, outside the beautiful Victoria Palace Theatre Hotel, designed by the brilliant Frank Matcham, and of course known locally to the royals as their local theatre. Yes, if you don't know this area, literally round the corner is Buckingham Palace. So that's why our late and beautiful monarch Queen Elizabeth used to quite like coming to the Victoria Palace because it wasn't too far, Yes, you see, we all like a bit of comfort, don't we? Now, someone who's having a little bit of discomfort right now is none other than Meghan Markle herself. As I said, she was, whichever way you look at it, for a short amount of time, very powerful, trying to dictate, of course, to certain individual newspapers and digital platforms, and so much so that she got someone fired from their much-loved job in the very heart of course, breakfast television. Now, if you recall, last year there was a situation that developed with another ITV presenter, and the problem was simply this. That ITV presenter, misguidedly wrote something quite, I thought, distasteful about Meghan in a national newspaper. And very quickly, this escalated into a major storm. Oh, so much so that this was back and forth. Would, of course, Amazon still keep their deal with him? And more importantly, would ITV stay with him, given the fact that the previous person had already been bulleted? You get the picture. Now, what's broken is the fact that Jeremy Clarkson, the host of course, the brilliant Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, what we can tell you is that ITV have decided money, ratings, and of course much needed advertising are far more important now than Meghan Markle's word. So it seems. Carolyn McCall, of course, is the boss of ITV and still very keen to keep the Princess of Wales on side for her Carols at Christmas concert. Now, this is interesting because, as I say, Mr. Clarkson was vilified literally across the world's media, and everybody thought ITV would remove him. But simply because ITV are now struggling literally with massive losses of advertising revenue, ratings, and of course sponsorship deals, Jeremy brings in an audience. And as I often say here on the show, even Meghan Markle, with all of her supposed power, sadly, has no power for ratings, money and exposure. And ITV have re-signed Jeremy, not just for one series, but for 3. Now, in Meghan's case and Prince Harry, that has really got to hurt, knowing more importantly that they realise more than ever their power over here in the United Kingdom is literally slipping away. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.